I'm very glad that there are people like you in Avoir. However, I would say when I say people like you, I can count them in one hand. I know, when I told my story, I talked about Avoir. I went to Avoir and I made inquiries. And I have worked with, and I have very good relationship with a bunch of people in Avoir. When I get projects, he knows. I invite the people that I know are capable of doing the job. However, the fundamental problem is kind of what Remy Olutumei has mentioned. The people who are behind the concept of Avoir are the ones who they're the pipers, they're dictating the tune, whether you like it or not. So I have been in positions where I have come to the people at the back end of Avoir and had conversations with them. We've had open meetings and I ask certain questions. Number one, what does Avoir do for me? What can Avoir do for me? I have fought this battle for many years, and I found that, unfortunately, while there are people like you who are looking to grow the association, there are many people who have done it a certain way. I did talk about some people that will go and you do jobs with because you're just learning the ropes and they'll take your money. You mentioned the rates that some of these people will pay you, but can you say that is the standard rate that Avoir has in their list, in their rate card? Is that the rate now? So, hold on. But you mentioned that they will pay you, but then some people, they'll still pay them 15 and 20K. I will have you know, by experience, that many Avoir, and I'm not talking new Avoir members, I'm talking old blood, and I'm talking people that are in helms of affairs, have taken much less in front of me. I have been in productions where they'd say, please don't let these guys know how much I paid you, because they're paid a lot less. And I'm sad, because I'm sorry, but as much as I want to work with you as an association, I can't let you pull me back. There's a big picture in front of me. And when I get the opportunity to train other young people, I show them the ropes too. As you grow, you must know your worth. Avoir is many years old. Do they know their worth? Avoir should be the one that dictates how much people are paid. If I have my Avoir invoice, I should be paid standard, not less than standard. I, Chioma BBB, quote me anywhere, have been to agencies that have held on to Avoir members' monies, including my money, and spoken on behalf of everyone and gotten monies, people's monies paid to them. Quote me anywhere. Also, when I started, I was told I found out a few things, but they told me directly, even in Avoir, when you get a job, and this is not, again, this is from back then, so I don't know what's happening now, so I'm not gonna put that on you. I'm gonna be very clear with that, because that would be unfair. But I would be told that when a job comes to the association, they first give it to the people who have been, before they consider people who are coming. That's not right. If they've been and they don't know how to do the work, or they don't have the capability at the time for that particular script, then they should not be asked to do the work. And then how are you growing the younger people? So the issue of Avoir is very fundamental. The problem, or one of the problems, however, is, are they willing to come to the table and upgrade? I talked about us growing. Growing is not only when you're sitting there and you're practicing very well. Growing is also understanding your worth over time. Avoir should, and I use the word should, be worth a lot more. What happens to royalties? Do you know how many jobs you would do in a year, and they'd use it this year, and then 7 years later, you're still hearing that job and nobody's paying you a dime for it? They will tell in Avoir's invoice at some point, they said, it was stated that your money would be paid between 30, 60 days. There was one that was, I think 30 and 90 days or something. No, there was a time they used to do 30 to 60 days. I saw the invoice myself. That was back in the day. These small details go a long way. So while I am very passionate, and there was a time you were there, we came together and we said, you know what, we want AVWA to move forward, because if the union, the association moves forward, it grows a lot of people and there's so much room for everybody, right? But in that meeting, people kept going backwards right in front of me. And I ask again, what then do you do for me? You're talking about voices.com. You're talking about voice 123. Do they know that? So it's been over 2 decades. I was told that AVWA was going to put up a website that has everyone's voice. People go there, listen to the voices. Oh, you're laughing. You're laughing, Abby. Listen to those voices, and then they will pick and choose who they want to use. Sorry, is that in place now? Just asking. 20 years later, hello people, if we want to work together, let us be willing to actually do the work. Right. Let us be willing to be flexible and open to the new age. Like Remy said, the world has changed. So yes, the beasts are brooding.